Hi everyone, it is alenajingle and today I'm back with video number 18 in the series I'm doing, which is less popular alternatives to the top 100 girl names of the year 2014. And in today's video I'm going to be talking about names 15 through 11. We're in the top 15 girl names now, so exciting. At number 15 is the beautiful, perfect name Amelia. This is a German name that means work. Of course, I associate this with my best friend Amelia, who is Everything Baby Names on YouTube, and I actually had a great-great-grandma who was born in Mexico named Amelia, but her name was pronounced Amelia with the same spelling. This is definitely strongly associated with the pilot Amelia Earhart, the children's books called the Amelia BEDELIA series. There is an English pop singer named Amelia Lily. Amelia Bones is a character in the Harry Potter series. Amelia Sedley is a character from the novel and movies Vanity Fair, and actress Lisa Rinna has a daughter named Amelia Gray. I think that is a beautiful name. This has always been in the top 500 girl names and entered the top 100 girl names in 2004. This name is still rising as a first name, so it is getting more popular even though it's already at 15, and this is a name I see fairly frequently as a middle name as well. My first Amelia alternative I have is Aurelia. This is a Latin name that means golden. I absolutely love that. This is also pronounced Aurelia, and there is a gorgeous actress named Aurelia Sheps, and Arnold Schwarzenegger, one of his daughter's middle names is Aurelia after his mother, who was named Aurelia. This was in the top 1,000 girl names through 1950, just re-entered in 2012, and is now ranked at 832. And of course, I think someone who likes Amelia might like Aurelia for that very similar sound. My next Amelia alternative I have is BEDELIA. This is an Irish diminutive of Bridget, which means exalted. Once again, this name is very strongly associated with the Amelia BEDELIA children's books. Bedelia du Maurier is the name of a character from the show Hannibal, who is played by the actress Gillian Anderson. There's also a novel written in 1945 called BEDELIA, written by author Vera Caspary. The actress Bonnie Bedelia was in the show Parenthood. My family really loved that show. I think someone who likes Amelia might like BEDELIA for that similar sound because they both have that adorable Amelia Bedelia association with it. And my last Amelia alternative I have is Melia or Melia. This is a Greek name that means ash tree. In Greek mythology, this was the name of a sea nymph, and this is also the name of a genus of tree and a genus of Hawaiian flower, which is really lovely. I also think this would work great as a Melissa or Melanie alternative and could honor someone named Melissa or Melanie as well. And of course, I think someone who likes Amelia might like Melia because they're only one letter apart in their spelling and pronunciation. At number 14 in the year 2014 was the name Elizabeth. This is the English form of Elisheva or Elisheba, which means God is my promise. This is of course a biblical name. In the Bible, this was the name of the mother of John the Baptist, and this is definitely associated with Queen Elizabeth and just royalty in general. Of course, lots of people might associate this name with the classic actress Elizabeth Taylor. Elizabeth Olsen is the younger sister of the famous twins Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen, who is an actress in her own right now. There is an English actress named Elizabeth Debicki. There is a TV actress named Elizabeth Mitchell. Elizabeth Banks plays Effie from the Hunger Games movies. Actress Elizabeth Gillies was in the Nickelodeon show Victorious, and she is an amazing singer. There's also a poetess named Elizabeth Barrett Browning. Elizabeth Bennet is, of course, the main character from the Pride and Prejudice book, and Elizabeth Swann is the name of the main female lead from the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. This name is well known for having loads and loads and loads of nickname options. Like there's probably easily like over 50 of them, and this is a very common middle name as well. This has always been in the top 30 girl names in the US, has been in the top 10 girl names most years, and just left the top 10 in 2014. Something I find interesting about the name Elizabeth is that although it's always been a popular name in English-speaking countries, and although it is classic, it really does kind of have an unusual look and sound. It's a lot longer than most common girl names like Sarah and Emma and Amy, etc., and ends in that TH, which not a lot of girl names do. My first Elizabeth alternative I have is Elisheva or Elisheva. This is the original Hebrew form of Elizabeth, and it means, again, God is my promise. This can also be spelled and pronounced with a B instead of a V, and in the Old Testament in the Bible, Elisheva was the name of Aaron's wife, who is the brother of Moses. I think someone who likes Elizabeth might like Elisheva because they have a similar look, the same meaning, a lot of the same nickname options. They are both biblical names, and Elisheva could honor an Elizabeth as well. My next Elizabeth alternative I have is, of course, Eliza. This is an English diminutive of Elizabeth, which again means God is my promise. This is strongly associated with the character Eliza Doolittle, and there is actually an English pop singer who goes by the name Eliza Doolittle as well. I really loved the show. I think it was a Nickelodeon show growing up called Eliza Thornberry. Eliza Taylor is the name of a character in the show 100. Eliza Dushku is a TV actress, and she was in the movie Bring It On as well. There's an English actress named Eliza Bennett. The protagonist in Uncle Tom's Cabin is named Eliza as well. This is a name that is very special to me, and I have absolutely adored it forever, basically. This has always been the top 1,000 girl names in the US and is now ranked at 212. And I think someone who likes Elizabeth might like Eliza because they have the same meaning, and Eliza could honor an Elizabeth. And my last Elizabeth alternative I have is Elspeth. This is the Scottish form of Elizabeth, which again means God's my promise. Elspeth Tibble is the name of a character in the video game MTG Salvation. There is a Princess Elspeth in some of the novels in the Valdemar series by author Mercedes Lackey, and there are characters named Elspeth in several of the novels written by Sir Walter Scott. I think someone who likes Elizabeth might like Elspeth because they have a similar sound, the same meaning, and again Elspeth could honor an Elizabeth. At number 13 in the year 2014 was the name Avery. This is an English name that means Elf King. It has similar roots to the name Aubrey. Actress Angie Harmon has a daughter named Avery, and Patricia Arquette's character in CSI Cyber is named Avery as well. However, if you Google Avery, most of the associations you'll find are going to be male associations because this was exclusively a male name until the year 1989 and has been in the top 100 girl names since 2003. I definitely think that Avery has grown so much in popularity for girls because of the love of the name Ava for girls. My first Avery alternative I have is ivory. This is of course an English word that refers to the color or the substance that comes from the tusks. There is a male actor named Keenan Ivory Wayans, and he gave his daughters both the middle name Ivory. This was in the top 1,000 girl names for the first time in 2014 at 754, and I think someone who likes Avery might like Ivory because they have a similar look and sound and can both be used on boys and girls. My next Avery alternative I have is amity. This is an English word that means friendship. I really love that. This is the name of one of the factions, one of the 5 factions in the Divergent series, and I think this would make a great updated version of Amy as well. This is the name I see in a lot of name lovers lists, but I don't actually see amities very often in real life. And I think someone who likes Avery might like Amity for that similar look and sound. And my last Avery alternative I have is Rosemary. This is an English name that refers to the spice, or can also just be a combination of the names Rose and Mary. There is an actress named Rosemary Clooney, who is actually the aunt of actor George Clooney. So there is a Spider-Man actress, Rosemary Harris, TV actress Rosemary Dunsmore, and there is a Simon & Garfunkel song called Parsley, Sage, Rosemary, and Thyme. I really love that. Rosemary Wells is the author of the adorable Max and Ruby children's books, and the Hourglass Adventures, written by Barbara Robertson, stars a little girl whose name is Rosemary. This has always been in the top 1,000 girl names and is now ranked at 575. I would love to see this name used more. I think it is so adorable, and I think someone who likes Avery might like Rosemary because they have the same syllable pattern and both end in R-Y. At number 12 in the year 2014 was the name Sofia with this spelling. This is the form for many languages of Sofia, spelled S-O-P-H-I-A, and it means wisdom. Sofia with this spelling is the name of the capital of Bulgaria. Sofia the First is a Disney TV show about a little princess with that name. This is of course associated with the Latina actress Sofia Vergara, director Sofia Coppola. There is an actress named Sofia Vasilieva who is the lead in My Sister's Keeper. There's also an actress named Sofia BeDELIA who was in the show Gossip Girls, and Felicity Huffman and her husband William H. Macy, as well as Leah Remini, have daughters named Sofia with this spelling. There's also a current Princess Sofia Christina of Sweden right now as well. This left the top 1,000 girl names in 1935, re-entered in 1969, and has been in the top 100 since 2003. The name Sophie on its own is in the top 100 but not as popular as this name, and the name Sophia spelled with a PH is even more popular than this name, so there are going to be loads of little girls named Sophie out there in 2016. My first Sofia alternative I have is Zsofia. This is the Hungarian form of Sophia, which again means wisdom. There is a young Hungarian tennis player named Zsofia Gubaski, and there's actually someone in the naming community that I've known for years who's absolutely wonderful, whose name is Zsofia, and she goes by Zsofi as a nickname. And I think someone who likes Sophia might like Zsofia because they're only one letter apart, and in their spelling and pronunciation, and they have the same meaning. And my next Sofia alternative I have is Zafira. This is an Arabic name that means triumphant, really great meaning, and this is a name associated with belly dancing. This is otherwise an extremely rare name though, especially in the US, and I think someone who likes Sofia might like Zafira for that similar look and sound. And my last Sofia alternative I have is Sonia. This is a Russian variant of Sofia, which again means wisdom. This name can also be spelled with a Y or a J instead of an I. There's an English singer that goes by just Sonia. There is a Brazilian actress named Sonia Braga. The Queen of Norway is spelled Sonia, ending with a J-A instead of an I-A. And there are characters in several books named Sonia, including War and Peace, the Maze Runner series, and Crime and Punishment. This has always been in the top 1,000 girl names and is now ranked at 246. And I think that someone who likes Sofia might like Sonia because they're only one letter apart in their spelling and pronunciation, and they have the same meaning. And my last name for this video at number 11 in the year 2014 was the name Harper. This is of course an English word for someone who plays the harp. This is strongly associated with the author Harper Lee, who wrote To Kill a Mockingbird. There are loads and loads of celebrity babies with this name, including the daughter of Lisa Marie Presley, the daughter of David Spade, the daughter of Bill Hader, and Dave Grohl and David Beckham also have daughters named Harper. This was actually a male name up until about 10 years ago. It entered the top 1,000 girl names in 2004 and has been in the top 100 girl names since 2011. This is a name that has just been shooting up in popularity. I do definitely think it will be a top 10 name when the next list comes out. And it is currently ranked in the 700s for boys, and I have met a handful of little boys named Harper as well. Unfortunately, I think of someone harping on someone with this name, so it's not the best name for me. The first Harper alternative I have is HESPER. This is a Greek name that means evening star. Absolutely beautiful meaning. This is the name of a city in California, and similar Hesperia is the Greek word for Italy. That's where the name Hesper came from. I think that's really cool. And I think someone who likes Harper might like Hesper for that similar look and sound. The next Harper alternative I have is gardener. This is an English word that of course means someone who tends gardens. This can also be used on boys as well, and this is associated with the classic old-time actress Ava Gardner, as well as Little Women, where one of the local families has a bunch of little gardener girls is what they call them. And I think someone who likes Harper might like gardener because they have a similar sound and are both occupational names. And my last Harper alternative I have is harmony. This is an English word that means in one accord. Great meaning. This is of course strongly associated with music as well as just peacefulness, and there is a really cute song from the Little Mermaid show called In Harmony. I really love that association. There's a character on Buffy the Vampire Slayer called Harmony, and there is a popular band called Fifth Harmony. I actually worked at a daycare about 8 or 9 years ago where there was a little girl named Harmony, so that was cool to see it on a real person. This entered the top 1,000 girl names in 1975 and is now ranked at 193. And I think someone who likes Harper might like Harmony because they're both music-related names that start with H-A-R. And that is it for this video. Please let me know in the comments below what your favorites were of the names I listed and any alternatives that you like for these names that I didn't mention. And thank you so much for watching. Bye!